What is up, guys? It's David here. Welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm going to be talking about why almost everything's vanity and only a few things are something that's not vanity, something special and perhaps truly meaningful. So just to begin with, yeah guys, if you look at the history of mankind, every generation, every family, every individual, all of them strived for something greater themselves, right? I mean, at least they thought that it was greater than them, right? Maybe there were addicts, maybe there were greedy bastards, people who only want to make money and damn the world, deal with all the others. You get the point, right? I mean, all of them were chasing something they valued. Like they dedicated all of their lives chasing it, and maybe some of them achieved great financial gains, great career achievements. Maybe they didn't, but in the end, none of that mattered, right? Mostly, none of that mattered. All of them died. All of them were forgotten. Maybe some of them, like Alexander or Caesar, were remembered for generations, but still, does it really matter to them? They're dead, right? They're long gone, right? Does it really matter to them? It doesn't. And even if we do remember the name, do we really remember those individuals? They're truly who they were. I mean, their true personalities, their hearts, their minds. Do we? Of course we don't. It's just a facade, guys. It's just a facade. So, yeah, and that's not even a drop in the ocean of all the people that have ever lived on this planet. So, it's not far-fetched to say that mostly everything's just vanity, guys. It's all impermanence. It's all transient, right? So the question is, where's the meaning then? Is there anything meaningful? Does anything matter? Well, at least not many philosophers can answer that question. And at least according to my life experience, almost 3 decades of life on this goddamn planet, I can say that perhaps there are a few things that truly matter. Perhaps. And I don't really know, I don't even know why, but hear me out. Look, living an honorable life does matter. Maybe just for the sake of its difficulty, I mean, just for the sake of adventure, just for the sake of poetry, maybe it does. We don't really know. I mean, we're a bunch of primates in a human body in the 21st century, but we're still primates, right? We're still monkeys, guys. But somehow, somewhere, being a person of honor, a person of character, somehow it does make sense, you know? I can't explain it. I can't put it into words, and I'm sure that somewhere deep down in your heart, you two agree with me, at least most of you, that being a person of honor, living honorably and with integrity, does somehow make sense, and it does somehow matter. Now, I can't put it into clear words. I can't argue. I mean, there's no purely logical arguments here, but just to be poetic here, maybe there is some kind of meaning in it as there is no meaning. You get my drift here? If there is no meaning at all, but if you know that living an honorable life does matter, at least to you, right? Then maybe that's all the meaning you ever need, right? Maybe just saying. I mean, we can't put everything into words, right? We're just human animals, right? We're just monkeys here on this earth. even if you have 200 IQ points, it's still only 200, right? That's nothing. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to say in this video. Living an honorable life somehow does make sense, even if nothing matters, even if everything's impermanent. We all die. We're all gonna be forgotten in a few years, if not in a few hours. But living an honorable life somehow does make sense. Maybe because your good deeds, maybe the fruits of your labor and fruits of your kind good deeds, noble deeds of this earth, somehow will feed the future generations, right? Maybe you'll be a good example to them. Maybe they have food on the table thanks to you, right? But maybe, yeah, that's all you need. Maybe it doesn't matter that you'll be forgotten because nothing matters, but at least people will feed off your good deeds, the fruits of your good deeds for a few generations, and maybe that's all you need. That's what I need. That's all I need. At least that's I can say. That's something I can say, and I'm proud of it, guys. I'm proud of it. I've lived for almost 3 decades on this godforsaken planet, and I've come to the conclusion that mostly, if not fully, nothing matters, guys. There is no meaning outside our heads, right? Meaning is something man-made. It's a fiction, guys. It's fiction. It's fairy tale. So, in a way, when you realize that there is no meaning on this earth, you feel a terrible sense of grief and pain. But then, in a few hours, perhaps in a few days, after a few years, you also find out that for the very reason that there's no meaning, you're liberated, guys. It's liberating, guys, because if there is no meaning, then nothing matters, right? Even if you die a goddamn failure, even if you become a total loser and spend all your remaining days as such, it doesn't matter, guys. We're free. We're free, guys. But that doesn't mean that you can do whatever you want, run amok, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that, right, guys? You still have to be responsible, conscientious, honorable human being, just because other people are as conscious as you are, right? So, you don't want to hurt yourself, right? And in a way, other people are you. It doesn't matter that you'll never be in their shoes, right? You'll never truly possess their consciousness. You'll never experience their lives. It doesn't matter. At least you know that they're as sentient as you are, right? They're as conscious as you are. So why the hell would you want to make their experience more full of suffering and even worse? Why would you? Life's already pretty tough for most people, right? Why would you want to make it even tougher and even worse? Why would you? I don't think that a person of sense would ever wish more pain upon anybody. I don't believe that. So, yeah, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I just wanted to say that I very much appreciate your support. Even if you listen to my videos for a few seconds, even if you've never clicked the like button or subscribed, I still appreciate it that at least you spent a few seconds listening to me. I very much appreciate that. It's a huge honor. Yeah, guys. So thank you guys for your support, and I promise you my English will get better in the next videos. And yeah, well, we're gonna hit 100,000 subscribers in a few years, maybe in a couple of years. It's really possible. It's really feasible, thanks to you guys. So yeah, I promised you a far superior, far higher quality content in the future. And again, thank you guys for your support, and see you in the next video.